John Gibson just made the save of the year. The Canucks came flying out, Garland rang one off the post on the first shift, then Suter sent a cross-ice pass to Besser, Gibson robbed him with the left pad save, the puck popped up in the air, and in one fluid motion, he reached behind his back with his glove and swatted it to himself to cover. The flexibility is one thing, but the presence of mind to make that play, absolutely insane. The audible groan from the crowd every time they see the replay, chef's kiss. But he's not an upgrade over Skinner though, right Oilers? Not that it matters, because the reason no one will ever trade for him, injuries, came up. Late in the second, Gibby got run into. O'Connor crashed the back door on Helleson, going straight into the crease. He was going to make contact with Gibson regardless, but Helleson's push into him made the contact worse, no doubt. Gibson left the game with a lower body injury. At first it looked like it could have been his head, so good news I guess. But the Canucks have been crashing the crease all night, making contact with Gibson as much as they could. And that didn't change once Dostal came in. If that wasn't foreshadowing for what's to come next, I don't know what is. But anyway, back to the first after Gibson's Save of the Year candidate. The Ducks then had a close chance of their own. Gauthier's pass deflected up and over Soucy, landing perfectly on Leeson on the back door. Rolling puck over the shoulder, but it rings off the post. If only Ducks players had been crashing the net like the Canucks were all night, because the puck bounced right into the slot. A bad penalty by Strome put the Ducks on the kill, but they did kill it off. Gibson kept the Ducks alive, and they capitalized on their third shot of the game with just 6 minutes left in the period. McTavish bought time, drawing defenders, passed to Gauthier at the point, and Colangelo, this time using his stick, deflected the shot in. That's back-to-back games with deflection goals for Colangelo. Hate to say it, but Fabry getting hurt might have been the best thing for this team. It certainly is for Sammy. The Canucks earned another power play after Gudas caught Pettersson up high, but if he had it, Pettersson would have plowed straight into Gibson. Another moment of foreshadowing of what's to come. The Ducks killed it off. Despite getting outshot 17-5, the Ducks ended the first period with a lead. Thanks, Gibson. The Canucks wasted no time in the second, earning a power play in the opening minute and tying the game. Roenick lasered a stretch pass from his own goal line to Besser, who fed DeBrus behind the defense to even up 1-1. The Ducks got a power play chance right after and came close, but shocker, they didn't score. The Canucks then jumped ahead with a deflection of their own, this time friendly fire, as Bluger is given plenty of time and space to rip a shot that deflected off Lacomb's knee and in. The Canucks lead 2-1 midway through the game. Then, shortly after, this is when Gibson got run into. The play was called goaltender interference, giving the Ducks a power play, and they generated absolutely nothing. In the final minute of the second, the Canucks extended their lead on a reviewed goal. Mitchukov pinned Sherwood to the crossbar as he crashed the crease, while Bluger skated into the paint while battling with Trouba. Amidst the chaos, Soucy blasted a shot past Dostal, while Sherwood remained behind the Ducks goalie, making clear contact. Cronin challenged. I saw some people saying he shouldn't have, but no one really knows what goaltender interference is anymore, and the Ducks have been perfect on challenges this season. Till this one. The officials ruled that Sherwood was kept into the crease due to Minty's and Trouba's actions, allowing the goal to stand. But let's break it down. Sherwood went into the crease on his own before Minty made contact. Bluger also skated in by himself. Trouba was battling with him, but he didn't push him in there. Bluger exited, but instead of falling, Trouba gave Sherwood a little cross-check. That's what ultimately kept him in the crease and was the reason for the good goal, most likely. But Sherwood made zero attempt to avoid contact or leave the crease. He extended his arm and pushed Dostal as the shot was coming. By the time it was shot, Minty and Trouba were no longer in the crease. Again, no one has any idea what goaltender interference really is, so if this happened in another game, it probably wouldn't have counted. Frustrating, but not surprising. Honestly, I'm more frustrated by how the Ducks played than the call itself. The Ducks didn't deserve to win, so I'm not blaming that for the loss, even though it did end up being the game winner. Either way, it counted. 3-1, Canucks lead. And because of the challenge, the Ducks went back on the PK. They killed off the remaining time to start the third. Finally, the Ducks looked to protect the crease, with O'Connor and Trouba tussling in front of the net. We got some 4-on-4 action, but nothing came of it. The Ducks continued to struggle generating offense in the third, but New Jersey Devil Dumoulin cut the lead to 1 with just over 6 minutes left. He followed up Lunderstrom's shot off the rush and buried the rebound. Last game as a Duck, and he gets a goal. I'll have a full video after the trade deadline, but Beaker cooked with this one, even though it solves a problem he created to begin with. The Ducks traded a 4th-round pick for Dumoulin and just turned him, at 50% retained, into a 2nd-round pick plus a prospect,
Herman Träff,
a 3rd-rounder from the 24 draft class. Biggest win though? I don't have to complain about the defenseman logjam anymore. I was gonna have to in this video, but now I don't. Thank you, Dumo, and good luck in New Jersey. Wonder who takes over locker room DJ now. Dostal tried to one-up Gibson with a highlight reel save of his own, but Besser was robbed yet again by Ducks goalie flashing the pad. A bad penalty by Vetrano led to yet another Canucks power play with under 5 minutes left. The Ducks were shorthanded 5 times in this game. It's the 4th time in 7 games since the break that they've taken at least 4 penalties. That's 25 penalty kills in 7 games. That cannot keep happening. The Ducks killed it off and pulled Dostal, but I have no idea if they were actually trying to tie the game based on the lines they put out there. Lundstrom over Cutter? I get that Lundy was there for the face-off, but he didn't get off the ice after he won it. And Trouba out there too? It doesn't make any sense. With 5 seconds left, we saw something new. Zegers dropped the gloves for the first time ever. I've seen people saying he shouldn't have. Obviously, you want him on the ice to tie the game, but come on, he got punched in the face. You expect him not to respond? Garland baited him, and it worked. Should have gotten the instigator. Meanwhile, Forbert landed several punches on the cone before Trouba stepped in. Somehow that all evened out. Doesn't matter regardless, Ducks lose 3-2. Ducks were outshot 36-16. And yeah, I said last video I'd try to be more positive. Not really sure how well I did here. I was pretty pissed, but I'll give them an out and chalk it up to a scheduling loss. Despite the loss, the Ducks still remain 6 points out of a playoff spot with another big game tomorrow against the Blues at 7 p.m. Will we see a Cam Fowler revenge game? Thank you to our members. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and go Ducks!